Welcome to Eureka Math. I'm Mr. Shankel. I'm going to be helping you today with Module 5, Lesson 5. Let's get started. All right, today we are finding the area of composite figures, and we're going to start with the opening exercise here from your lesson. This is an aerial view of a woodlot, so kind of like someone flew a drone over top of the woodlot. You can look straight down on it, and you see this shape. So what we have is some distances that they gave us, and I'm going to write those in so that we can find the distances that are missing and then calculate the area using a couple of different techniques. So we'll start with filling in the units that we know, and we know that the distance from A to B is 10 units, so I'm just going to write in here that that's 10 units between A and B, and then F to E, that line segment, is 8 units, so F to E is 8, that's going to go right there. A to F is 6, between A and F is 6, and then the line segment DE is 7, so D to E is this one right here, so that's a 7. So now we have to find line segment DC, which would be this one down here on the bottom. So we're going to try to figure out how to find the distance. Well, the best thing you can do here is to look opposite. So if you're missing a piece, look opposite. So when I look opposite, I see this line segment, A to B, which is 10. I also see this line segment, F to E, which is 8. And if I took those two and subtracted them, I would find this missing piece, which is exactly the same size as my D to C that I want. So in order to find that missing piece, I'm going to say 10 minus 8 is equal to 2, and that makes this 2. And you can see that 8 plus 2 would give us the total of 10, which would be that entire spot right there. So I think that we can use that, and we can put a 2 down here for DC. So the distance between D and C is 2 units. And then I have another one I need to find, and that's BC. So BC, let's see, let me get another color here. BC is this distance here from B to C is, and I'm going to look opposite. So when I look opposite, I see A to F, that's 6 units, and then I see this E to D. E to D is 7 units, and if I added those two together, the 6 units here and the 7 units here, that would give me the entire distance from B to C, which was here. So I'm going to add those together. 6 plus 7 is 13. So I know that from B to C, I have 13 units. And that's going to help me. Let me get rid of this little circle I put in here, actually in these lines. And then we can go ahead with trying to calculate area. Okay, so now we've got all of our distances, and we're going to calculate the area. Well, a couple things you could do. One technique is called decomposition. Decomposition is when you cut things up and you break them apart. So I'm going to decompose this figure into 2 separate rectangles. I'm going to have a rectangle on the top that is a 10 by 6 rectangle, a 10 by 6, and then I have a rectangle on the bottom that is a 7. Let me get a color here. Here we go. 7 by 2 rectangle. So now I have 2 different rectangles, and I know how to find the area of a rectangle. That's just length times width, or base times height. So I'm going to find the area of both. And let's do the red one first. That is a 6 by 10. So area equals 6 times 10, which is 60 square units. And that's the area of the top rectangle. And then if I want the area of the bottom rectangle, that's a 7 by 2. And 7 times 2 is 14 square units. 7 times 2 is 14. And then I can add those together, and I get a total of 74 square units. And that's called decomposition. You're cutting it apart into pieces of shapes that you know how to find the areas to. And we know how to find the area of rectangles. So that's a good technique. Now, I cut it across that way, and I didn't have to. I could have cut it a different way. Let me show you. I could have cut it this way. And it does change some things. It means that our rectangles are a different size. Now I have a 6 by 8 rectangle up here on top. That's 48 square units. And then I have a 13 by 2 rectangle over here on the side, and 13 times 2 is 26, and when you add those together you get 74 square units. So I could decompose it in any way that I want, as long as I can get shapes of things that I know how to find the areas of. Rectangles, obviously, we know. That's one way. That's called decomposition. You could also do something called composition or compose, and that is to just complete the rectangle. So if I complete this giant rectangle that would encompass the entire shape, now I have a rectangle that is 10 by 13. That's a 10 by 13 rectangle. 10 times 13 is 130 square units, except I don't want this part. And in order to find the area of that, well, that shape is also a rectangle. That is an 8 by 7 rectangle. So that space, that area, I don't want. So 8 times 7 is 56 square units. And I would take that away. So subtract 56 square units, and I would get 74 square units. So I can compose, make a giant rectangle around the entire thing, and then take away, take these parts out that I don't want. That leaves the area of the space that I do want. Or that's called composition. Or I could decompose and cut it into pieces. So a couple of different options there. But in the end, we get the area or the space inside of a two-dimensional object. Okay? All right, let's go to the next example. I've got another composite figure. I'm going to do both. I'm going to show you a decomposition and a composition. So let's start with, I'm going to decompose by cutting the two pieces off at the top, those rectangles. And then immediately I see that I've got a 4 by 2 rectangle right here. And that 4 by 2 rectangle is 8 square meters. 8 square meters. And then the other rectangle is the same size, because that's also a 4 meter by 2 meter. 2 meters by 4 meters, that's the same size. 4 times 2 is 8 square meters. So I have those two, are the two rectangles on top. And then I just need the one on the bottom. And the one on the bottom looks like that's going to be a 7 by 9, right? 7 by 9, but it's not. 9 would be this. 9 would be all the way to the top. And we don't want all the way to the top. So I've got to use my skills that we learned in the first problem, where I look at the space that I want, and I look, sorry, I'm looking in the wrong spot here. I look for I want this, right? I want to know how far is it from there to there. So I look across, and when I look across, I see 9 meters. And then I also see 4 meters, which is right here. So if I take the 9, which is the entire distance, and I take away this 4, it will leave me the space that I want. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So let me get back here, and I can say that this distance is really 5 meters. So what I really have here is a 7 by 5 rectangle. That's a 7 by 5 rectangle, which is 35 square meters. So then I just add the three pieces, the 35 square meters, plus 8 is 43, plus another 8 is 51 square meters. And that's how much space is inside of that composite figure. That's decomposing. And let me go back and I'll show you composing. Remember, to compose, you just complete the rectangle. I'm not going to cut it apart this time. I'm going to actually complete it. I'm going to make it a full rectangle. So now I've got a giant rectangle, which is a 9 by 7. That's a 9 by 7 rectangle. 9 by 7. And that means that the whole thing is 63. 9 times 7 is 63 square meters. And but I don't want this part, right? I don't want that because it's not part of the figure. So I'm going to try to find the area of that space and get rid of it. So well, I know it's a 4. I know it's a 4 on the height there, but I need this space, and I don't know. So I'm going to look opposite, and if I look down here, I see the entire thing is 7. The entire width is 7. And if I look up to the top, I see that I've got a distance here of 2 and a distance here of 2. So what I'm looking for is that space, right? So 2 plus something plus 2 is going to have to equal my 7. Or I can work backwards and subtract. 7 minus 2 is 5, minus another 2 is 3. So this has to be 3 meters. And if I add those together, I should get 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5, and plus another 2 is 7. So that's a 4 by 3 rectangle. 4 by 3 rectangle makes 12 square meters. 4 times 3 is 12. And when you subtract, you get 51 square meters. So either way, whether you cut it apart and decompose it, or you complete the rectangle called composing and get rid of the pieces that you don't want, you find the same area. So the area of this composite figure is 51 square meters. All right, let's go on to another example. The trapezoid. The trapezoid always causes problems. Let me give you an idea of what students do to make mistakes here. And it's completely understandable. I look at this and I say, oh, I'm going to decompose it, right? I'm going to cut it right here, and I'm going to make a triangle, right? I've got a triangle here. I know the area of a triangle is 1/2 of the base times the height, so I know how to find the area of a triangle. And then I'm going to drop another height right here. That's also going to be a 90-degree angle. And I've got another triangle here. And look what's in the middle, a nice rectangle. Beautiful, right? I've got a 4 by 5 rectangle. 4 times 5, that's 20 square meters. That's nice. And then I have 2 triangles. And I know how to find the area of triangles. It's 1/2 the base times the height. So I'm good, right? All I need is the base. All I need is this right there. I need that base, that spot, and I need this base, right? If I can get those, I can just do area of a triangle equals 1/2 of the base times the height, and I'm golden, right? I've got the triangles. The problem is we don't know what those bases are, and we can't assume. We can't assume. It looks like the distance here, right? The distance here is 4. So this distance must be 4. That's 4. So the other two, these 2 spaces, would have to equal 4 since the entire thing is 8. But we can't assume that it's 3 and 1. It might be 3 and a half and a half. It might be 2 and a half and 1 and a half. We don't really know, and we can't assume that we know. So this doesn't work. It's a great idea, but it doesn't work. Here's what does. And it's pretty simple. You just have to think a little bit outside of this box and decompose this way. If you decompose from corner to corner, vertex to vertex, you will create 2 triangles. And here they are. Let me start with the bottom one. This triangle on the bottom has a base of 8 and a height of 5. So I can find the area of that. That's 1/2 times the base 8 times the height 5. So half of 8 is 4 times 5, which is 20. So the triangle on the bottom is 20. Let's see, we've got meters there. 20 square meters. And then the triangle on the top the triangle on the top has a base of 4 and the same height, right? If I made a height there, it's the same height, which is 5 meters. So this one is 1/2 times the base 4 times the height 5. And half of 4 is 2. So 2 times 5 is 10 square meters. And then I just add those two together. 20 plus 10 is 30 square meters. And that's the area of the trapezoid. So we didn't need to find the bases of those two little triangles over here. We don't need to do that. And since we couldn't, this is a great alternative. So remember to cut the trapezoids from vertice to vertice diagonally. And you'll create two triangles and then add those areas of those triangles together. And you've got it. Okay? All right, that's lesson 5. Hope that helps. See you again next time.